is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On the first snap, here's Mayfield.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the draw, it's Nwangu.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
second down. Here's Nwangu.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Okay, he'll break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Another run down for Nwangu.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter.
We're scoreless after 1.
And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash, this from 38 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Run.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Alert!
running on first down. Eckler. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield to throw it. Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A 15-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins.
He'll get this to Nwangu.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Well, he's only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go right back to the Nwangu. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. He finds his target, Beckham.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On play action, Cousins. Rolling to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play fake. Cousins. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
On the give is Nwangu. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Tackled on the play by Mark Robinson.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this line in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Cousins to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This is a counter play. Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Run.
Mayfield now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
In motion comes the tight end left. On second down, Eckler. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Give left side here for the Longu. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eagles on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play fake. Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
from just shy of midfield. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Hey, alert 33.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. In motion left comes Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8. Nwangu. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Nwangu. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the run is Nwangu. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get with just under 90 seconds remaining. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Baker.
Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
A 25-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Mayfield to throw.
He's got a man, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mayfield.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now Mayfield. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Eagles, it's a fourth win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Saints,